He put it best at the roast a few years ago when he said,
"Why the f are you here?"
That's a two-part answer. I'm speaking today because of the recent community outcry demanding change. I'm here
100K dislikes? Oh my god, dude!
because I agree with the community. We do have a lot of work to do. Before we talk about that, while I wish this on better terms, I just want to say I'm very glad to meet you all. I have spent the last couple decades on the corporate side, but my educational background is in computer science. My first role in the tech industry was as the writer at NeoSeeker. My history building gaming PCs goes even further back, to when I built a Celeron.
Okay, chat, guys, I know you guys don't care about my PR shit, okay? But whenever there's a big controversy like that, again, you have to approach it. The big one, my major number one tip for PR statements is to not do jump cuts. Cuts are really, really, really bad at looking genuine if you are being genuine. There's been already like 8 cuts and we're 30 seconds in. That's insane.
On 300A rig because everyone assured me it was guaranteed to overclock to 450 megahertz. I guess my trip didn't really get the memo. In any case, it feels really good to be back on most days. I'm only 6 weeks into the job, but in that time I've seen a lot. I've looked at some budgeting, some team building, and operations. But my main focus has been to be a fly on the wall and keen on understanding what's going right and what's going wrong. There's a lot of both. I've asked the team to unflinchingly address both the concerns that have been raised and how we intend to fix them, with the money we'll make from our sponsor.
Just kidding. I was asked for unflinching, and here it is. Linus is a human gas molecule. You've been telling him for years, and I've been telling him for years. Staying relevant on YouTube is hard for everyone. But we aren't fighting for survival anymore, and we don't need to run at this pace. In fact, in some ways, it's our efforts to keep doing more and keep doing better that have created our current situation.
What's happening?
My background is in managing a pharmacy, where the small details matter a lot. And basically, I agree with the community, so I'm putting my foot down. Effective immediately, all YouTube video production is on pause. And our teams are going to be spending this entire next week focusing on long-term workflow changes to make our content better in a lasting way. This means for the first time in over 12 years, LTT will be missing not just one daily upload, but many. But improving to the degree that we want and need is going to take more than a week. So I'll be working with Taryn and Colton to manage our sponsor commitments and the financial hit of both.
Chat, I'm going to keep it a buck. This is just my bad take about this, eh? I feel like they could have gone possibly ahead of this by just correcting the small mistakes that they did, right? And hiring maybe a couple more employees to fill the gap and keep the pace up. Yeah, literally. I don't know why they're rebuilding the wheel. I think it's more of a PR move that might actually hurt the product way more than it should.
Both this housekeeping week and a reduction in our LTT upload schedule. At least for now,
Thoughts?
while we get our house in order. But before anyone gets concerned that we're going to cut investments into the well-being of our personnel and our future capabilities, I can assure you that I've read the criticisms that we weren't willing to spend $500 to test a product.
Yeah.
And as the one that manages the finance, I can tell you that couldn't be further from the truth. Linus made a clear and egregious judgment error regarding retesting a product he felt was impractical. That was wrong, and I've told him so. He allowed his personal feelings on the matter to cloud his judgment. And I want to stress that our organization is committed to our ongoing investments in making our content better. And we will do better as a team. Why don't I let our chief money spender take it from here?
Hi, I'm Gary, head of labs. First off, we've made some mistakes. Too many. We're hoping that it's how we deal with them moving forward that will define who we are. And regardless, it's clear that we need to serve you better. So our team will be spending our week publishing living documents for our testing standards and opening them up to feedback from the community and our peers in the industry, should they wish to participate. We will also task part of the team with going back through, should they wish to participate.
Chat, what's the buzzer? Chat, what's the buzzer? Does he have a prompter and he's slipping? Or is that a vapor?
We will also task part of the team with going back through every video with labs data to ensure accuracy, make full corrections.
Why didn't you just give him a teleprompter then? That scrolls through? Or like, why aren't they giving him that? Why is he doing it himself on camera?
And if there are any fundamental issues with the workflow design or results, pull or replace that video outright. I don't agree with every criticism that's been leveled at my team, but for my part,
I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. You gotta speed up.
What we've done wrong and lay out our action plan for how to move forward. Before I do that, one point I do need to address here is that Linus misspoke when he said we retest for every video. We retest for every project. When we used the same data for our RX 7600 and RTX 4060 Ti videos, we knew in advance that these cards would release 2 days apart and designed a broad test suite that accounted for all the numbers we would need to make those 2 videos and ran everything at once with no BIOS or driver changes. In fairness to Linus, the project to video ratio is normally 1:1, but the devil's in the details. Now, let's talk about what's coming. We will release our current Markbench harnesses as open source items so that the community can audit the code around our test integrations. We will do a vlog style video.
Chat, are tests that long to run that they don't redo them? I'm confused, chat. Because I'm looking at that it's pretty easy.
On Floatplane about our testing from
they're
start
that
to
long?
finish, so you can
I
see
had no
how the
idea.
sausage is actually made. We will open a new community forum post asking for transparency suggestions, and more importantly, we will follow up. We will start placing our testing project number in the credits, so we are always open about the data set that was used for the benchmark results. And there is a lot more still
can't
to
read
come,
this.
ranging from test variation percentages per workbench to each benchmark we utilized in videos, among others. It's going to be a busy week of not making videos.
Same goes for us. I'm James, head of the writing department. We are extremely grateful for everything the lab has done and continues to do to make our jobs easier. But the actual testing is not the biggest source of our recent struggles. It's the human factor. There have been times when an internal video review caught an incorrect graph, resulting in new versions of the graph being created.
Where's Linus?
Only for those new graphs to not be put in the video. Ah!
From one half of the WAN show team that brought you Trust Me Bro
I'm
and
skipping
the
Max.
hearing incident.
I want you guys.
Others,
guys.
but we need to be better about our communication. Now, I have no intention to kill the silly humor or be less open with people. I don't want anything to be less fun, but we do need to be respectful and conscious of the impact of our words. We should be proud of the work that we do, but we shouldn't negatively compare ourselves to our fellow tech reviewers. When issuing corrections, we need to apologize. We need to respect people's time and their money. I said after the last round of this that you don't win by screaming loudly or dramaing hard. You win by fixing problems, improving, and becoming a hard target. We're still up a lot, and we need to own that, fix it, and move on. Not be defensive or shirt the lane.
Chat, just at the change out, why are people disliking this so much? They went from we're not going to talk about it on WAN to full-blown video. Was that a bad thing? Was it talking shit? How was that a bad thing? I'm confused.
That being said, I'm not really on the production side of things these days. What my teams and I are working hard on is to support the other teams in other ways. Reintegrating into LMG has been somewhat terrifying. One of my team's jobs is to take over management of the infrastructure, and while I have brought an experienced team member into the fold, it means a
Allegations!
lot.
Send
So
it.
far, we've
So
mostly just
tell me.
been focused on documenting what we even have, and a number of times.
And let's face it, he's gonna fail again. Hey, it's me. I'm Chief Vision Officer now, but realistically, I'm not gonna be able to hide behind my recent demotion here. I was the one at the head of the company for each and every mistake that our community has rightly brought to our attention. And once again, I made things worse by allowing myself to respond emotionally.
Yeah, it is what
Honestly,
it
really
is.
hard when people take an internal process error and then they run that all the way to Linus is a thief and wants to auction someone else's intellectual property to the highest bidder, or accuses me of trying to brush something under the rug just because I do think it's important to get all the details before declaring me to be a low-down liar, straight-up piece of We were slow shipping back the GPU that Billet Labs sent us. There's no way around it. That's our bad. But the delay in communication, the one that prompted the post that you guys just saw, it was less than 2 business days. The second that I was made aware of the situation, on the 14th, I emailed Billet Labs and I explained what happened. I even included Colton's attempt at apologizing and offering, no questions asked, full compensation for their stated value of the product, which happened on the 10th, before we were under any pressure to do so, and without Colton even bothering to check with me or Yvonne before just
Chat, I don't think this is cap. He wouldn't risk a cap like that. Guys, he would never risk a cap. Like if you got caught in this lie, that would be the fucking end. Because that would be their third or I think that's their 4th attempt at communicating about this. If they lied again, bro, he would never risk that.
saying, go for it. He knows that our internal policy is to do the right thing. So he tried, bless him. I guess his job is safe for another day. And I'm sorry, I guess I've actually gotten a little bit emotional.
I told you to chat.
I'm going to stop there because whatever's being said about me and whatever's being said about the team should never have allowed my feelings to distract from any valid criticism of our work. My decision, for example, to not bother retesting the monoblock, that was obviously wrong, and my lame response on the forum was a huge and unnecessary.
It's not a conflict of interest. Guys, I have nothing to gain from Linus, okay? Me and him interact on a very, normal basis, on human to human, okay? And I have nothing to gain. He talks shit about me. I talk shit about him. If he has something to talk shit about, it's valid criticism. Why do people think that I don't call out people? Chat, you know what's crazy, chat? You guys say you're biased when it's a friend, and when I have a normal take, and it's against them, you say I'm burning bridges. You cannot have it both ways, chat. Valid criticism does not burn bridges if you're not interacting with fucking bitches. And you're gonna realize this the more you interact and have strong friends that aren't a bunch of fucking losers.
Blunder. I owe you guys better, and I'm sorry. For my part, First, I'm going to be working through the other members of the exec team for any crisis communication moving forward. And second, I'm going to spend my week working with the other teams to develop a system of processes that will help our company fulfill my vision of being a world-class tech media organization. I'm also going to be spending my week just refocusing, guys, on what matters most, which is bringing you guys the best damn content that we can make. It's been over 10 years. Good Lord, it's been almost 15. But I still love tech. I love my team, and even though our relationship's a little rocky right now, I love this community and everything that it stands for. None of that has changed, and none of it is going to.
Link the Madison
During my
show?
interview,
What's
one line
that?
from Linus that stood out to me was, I need somebody to come in who I know will be respectful of my life's work. That's when the gravity wipe was asking
Chat.
for dawned on me for the first time. I'm by no means influencer or social media guy, but suddenly I'm at
Over the last
Okay, there's three big fucking links right now. There's a massive fucking, I don't know what chat is, I don't know what that is, I don't know what this is. Like, bruh.
couple of days, some pretty bad things have been coming out about what is quite possibly the biggest hardware channel on YouTube, Linus Tech Tips. And let's just say a number of brand new things have been brought
Yo,
to
chat, still down, chat. Guys, we're doing a drama segment, chat. This is drama shit, okay? I'm going through it, chat, and I don't give a fuck. I'm watching, man. You want to do it?
light that will seriously shock you, including new accusations from a past employee. But first, with new CPUs and GPUs coming out, make sure you're ready with Meld Alerts, the completely free sign up that sends you an email.
Yo, this is drama shit. Really, dude?
Welcome everyone to Gamer Linus Tech Tips. In it, he reviewed a monoblock by Billet Labs that was unique in that it was made to water cool both the CPU and GPU with one block. So a neat concept and something that hasn't really been done before. The issue is that in the video, Linus reviewed it with an RTX 4090 instead of the 3090 Ti that...
Guys, not monetizing, okay? You do it very rarely, in my opinion, chat. Fuck it. Monetize everything, okay? No, yo, you know, chat? I don't give a fuck. People should normalize fucking monetizing everything. Wanna know why? Because it makes an environment where the people that don't do it, that don't monetize, have a big advancement or have the high ground in anything that they do in a video or a statement, and they can act above on the simple basis that this video will not make money. And that is differentiates them from other people that maybe they have more money, less money, employees, cutoffs. It's fucking weird. This is my worst take, and I don't give a fuck. Monetize everything. Fuck it.
It was made for. The company said that they could try it, but couldn't guarantee that it would work. And I have to say that it is wild LMG did this because GPU water blocks are specific to a certain GPU for a reason. There are cutouts for specific components of an exact GPU, so using a different one really doesn't make a lot of sense. Yet Linus based the review off of that, and really they bashed the part throughout the review.
I mean, what was the point of this?
It's content. Monetize it. Content has no fucking boundaries, okay? Your fucking news network, okay, literally monetizes and has ads during segments of people fucking dying and mass shootings and shit like that. They monetize the whole thing out the fucking wazoo, and they even make everything worse because they know more people are gonna tune in. That's how it fucking works, dude. That is the life you live in. Stop being a verse signaler, dude. Holy shit.
Though some of it may have been warranted, but all of it together just really isn't a good look. To make matters worse, LTT promised to return the monoblock because it was actually a prototype, and when they didn't like it, Billet Labs asked for it back, yet Linus Tech Tips sold it. Now, Gamers Nexus is the one who originally brought all of this to light, and in their original video, they also went over a ton of issues with accuracy over the course of multiple videos from Linus Tech Tips. Problems ranging from errors in representing specs to massive benchmarking issues that completely affect the conclusion of the video. Not to mention the fact that an employee during an LTT lab tour bashed Hardware Unboxed and Gamers Nexus saying this.
The difference between us and somebody like Gamers Nexus or Hardware Unboxed is we test new components, new tests every time. Every project that we do has new data.
Yet they literally proved that
Chad, did they deliberately know about the email or did they ask it back, or was there like an agreement ahead of time? I feel like this is only bad in my opinion if there was an agreement ahead of time and a knowledge of it being known that they want it back. Otherwise, it's kind of like,
Linus Tech Tips does reuse benchmarks. Then Linus said some absurd comments during the WAN show in response.
It's pretty clear that not everyone in the creator space handled that super professionally. I don't obviously agree with some of the takes that were out there. I don't think that it's particularly journalistic, for example, to ignore facts, to ignore personal relationships.
Really, it's been a complete crap show all around, but the main issue people had is how LTT treated the Billet Labs monoblock. And on that, quite a few things have happened. For one, Linus Tech Tips made a response on their forum that expresses disappointment with the way Gamers Nexus handled their story. And I will say that you usually do get a statement from the person you're discussing, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have Linus Tech Tips numbers, so I couldn't get a statement. I just had to wait and see. But he then goes on to state that he would have learned that LNG didn't sell the block. They auctioned it for charity, which is a pretty weird statement. Auctioning something and selling something are the same thing. Though I guess his point is that it's for charity, and that it was allegedly an accident. Next he states that he already agreed to compensate Billet Labs for the prototype.
Okay, it's bad, but you can understand that it could soften the blow in most scenarios. Settle down. Guys, let's talk about the worst and the best, okay? Let's say giving the proceeds to children in need that are dying, right? Or saying, guys, I sold it to buy my new Lambo. I think you can see that there's a big gap in both reactions that people are going to get, and I think precising it isn't necessarily a problem. Settle down.
The issue is that Billet Labs later made it clear in a Reddit post that they didn't receive anything on compensation until 2 hours after the Gamers Nexus video. The Linus Media Group didn't apologize or anything like that until after that video. And this brings me to some of the very new stuff going on. For starters, after Linus claimed that they wouldn't do a long video about the whole situation, they did a long video about everything. During it, they made some apologies and claimed to be working on procedures to better act.
That's stupid. That's stupid. If you say you're not going to make a video about it, right? And then there's a massive outcry and there's a big thing, well, you react to big things with big things yourself, dude. You guys, I'm not glazing, it's just how it works. Like, if you say, guys, we're not going to make a big thing about this, right? And it's like, okay, you know what? This is escalating. Let's make a big thing. I think that's fair enough. Being adaptive is not a problem.
Accuracy moving forward, which Linus Tech Tips did mention in that forum post as well. But during this part of the video, they actually claimed that there was an email written asking for an invoice to reimburse Billet Labs for their monoblock, but that it didn't get sent. To which, I don't know, that sounds pretty fishy to me, but I really just can't know for sure. Then LMG ended up finding out who won the monoblock to try and get it back to Billet Labs, but they didn't want it for some very understandable reasons. What's wild is that emails were sent out to all of their auction winners requesting to know what they bought, claiming that it was for tax purposes. And in that new video—
Wait, what? You please let me know the item you won during the LTX auction. We mistakenly lost that sheet and needed for tax purposes. Item you won. Wait, what?
Requesting to know what they bought, claiming that it was for tax purposes. And in that new video, he says this.
Side note, that same team, God bless them, didn't ask our event team who won the silent auction items and proceeded to email everyone asking. We don't need any of that. Certainly not for tax purposes. I clearly need to spend some of my week training the team, unless I actually get fired for real this time.
So he's basically saying that they just flat lied about it being for tax purposes, or it was for tax purposes, and he's lying now. Either way, someone's lying here. But things have gotten even worse for Linus Tech Tips, because brand new allegations from a previous employee have just been posted on Twitter. And as you can see, a lot of these accusations are very serious. I'm talking things from sexual harassment to name calling. It really is a lot. And she claims to have posted this review years ago.
Please keep looking into the MH370 video. It is looking pretty real. No one can debunk it.
Social media coordinator. Disappointment treatment, would never recommend it. Recommend seal approval, business outlook. A lot of talent people, employees, bond activities. No proper explain HR system. Jesus.
On Glassdoor, so this may not have come from nowhere like it seems. With that said, as
guys, what is coded language? Because I don't know what that is, I'm sorry.
Many have discussed, it's certainly odd that she would choose to post this now, though it could be because she was afraid of being dogpiled by fans before. But now that people see some issues with Linus Tech Tips, she thought it would be a good time. Ultimately though, at this point, I don't really have a clue. There are definitely some pretty big accusations. Some of these I can't even show here because it'll likely get flagged by YouTube. Basically, this story is a work in progress, and I'll keep you updated as more information comes out. But so far, it's definitely not looking good for Linus Tech Tips. So while that does it for today, what do you think about all of this? Let me know.
Oh man. Guys, an actual real take about this that isn't sensible
Link, do this music quiz loop.
is instant cancel. Okay, I will hold my tongue on that one, and yeah, guys. As a concept, conceptually, okay, not this scenario or another. I've always been mostly against dogpiling and opportunism when it comes down to actual real life problems with a wide variety or wide ranging variety of severity. Okay, I think being opportunistic sometimes is a little weird, and that's always been my view, and I've always voiced it to my chat for a decade now. Okay, I've always said it. I've always said this. Mandatory meeting. The after guys. Who wrote this shit, man? Yes. Mandatory meeting. The after management's departure from LMG.
So we called this meeting because it's come to our attention that we need to have a quick chat about the best way to handle HR-related feedback and
Bro, who's recording this?
rumors. We won't be giving any names for what I hope are extraordinarily obvious reasons, but what we can do is give you the following guidelines for problem solving and conflict resolution.
Oh man.
Sorry that this.
Chat, I have a lot of problems with this. I'm sorry, chat. Guys. It doesn't matter who it is, because I always have a problem with this type of fucking leaker video. There's always why, dude. Whenever somebody's recording and they know they're recording, there's an expectation. There are some expectations of privacy, and when you know you're being recorded and other people don't, you're gonna act in a way that they're not gonna act, and it's like it's a little bit. It's guys. There's a lot of reasons. Okay, that's just how it is, man. Like, so I'm not saying I will completely say that this is bad. I'll watch it. I'm telling you. Let's go with caution, is all I'm gonna ask.
This is all boring and corporate, but here we are.
How's that ironic?
Number one, always stand up for what's right. We're only a team as long as we're all working together and looking out for each other. That's the most important. Number two, always reflect on your own personal experiences and use your common sense. Few things in life are truly black and white. Number three, always wait to hear both sides of a story before passing.
Oh, this just being dumb. Guys. It's the reasonable expectation of privacy. You guys are fucking dumb, okay? The Miz call should not have been recorded or leaked like that. It ended up the way it is, okay? And I'm still telling you that there are things that look a certain way. I'm sorry to say it, chat. That's just, it's the same thing applies to that. I didn't say, oh my god, this is so bad. I'm saying proceed with caution. That's all I'm saying. Proceed with caution.
Your own judgment. Be cautious when you know that one side is bound by legal and ethical disclosure guidelines when the other is not. Carefully consider what it says about the character of someone who would engage in that type of gossip against someone who has no power to defend themselves. Number four, always encourage openness and transparency. If you have a problem, you need to speak up. We want to fix it. If you receive feedback about somebody else at this company, the first response is, have you spoken with this person? Followed closely by, you need to speak with this person. We don't solve interpersonal issues here, or really anywhere in your life if you wish to live in a drama-free zone, by engaging in water cooler politicking. So, if for any reason...
I think the only problem here, chat, is that they don't have do they have HR? Why is Linus giving like HR breakdowns to employees? Bro, they need to have just HR. Just HR that shit, dude.
Reason that individual is not comfortable approaching the person they're having a conflict with, we have a chain that they're supposed to follow. So first, you advise them to take the problem to their manager, followed by me or Yvonne, followed by our third-party HR firm. I hope that you all trust that we're here to make this a safe, fun, and productive workplace, and we won't tolerate mistreatment of any of our team members. If you have any reason to believe otherwise, then I refer you again to point number 4, which is to address the issue with the individual directly, or bring it to me or Yvonne, or bring it to our third-party HR firm. Since I'm not at liberty to share any details about what occurred, All I can do is ask that you trust me and Yvonne. Some of you know us very well. I've been here a very long time. Some of you have not been here for as long, but I like to think that whether you've been here for 9 years or 9 days, you're here for a reason, and you believe that we do our utmost to run this company with integrity and compassion.
I'm not bothered.
We can't solve problems we don't know about, though. So on that note, I'd like to invite anyone who has concerns about a fellow team member or about a manager to submit their feedback either by speaking with their manager, with me or Yvonne directly, or if you would prefer to provide your feedback anonymously, we have an option for that as well.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. I don't see a problem with what was just said. That's Chad, this is that is the foundation of problem solving, okay? You cannot fix a problem you don't know exists. That is the basis of it.
It's the manager and coworker feedback form. Yvonne, if you're not aware of it, show of hands who is not aware of it. Okay, a lot of people aren't aware of it. Good. So now we all know there's an anonymous form. If for whatever reason you're not comfortable even talking to me or Yvonne directly about it, and that's fine, we understand. That's why we have these options. Yvonne's going to post it in the general chat. It's a just safe space to provide us ideas for improvement, or if you're consumed by the holiday spirit and you want to say nice things, you can do that too. Does anybody else have any questions?
Okay.
Not a single question? Wow, that must have been a really good speech.
You gonna dance on that table or just stand on it?
That's it. So, Vaughn, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Somebody sent your workout tips. If you guys want to sanitize your hands and help yourself, you're free to do that.
Yeah, that was actually just totally random timing. It came up the stairs a moment ago. Dennis is on it. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful and productive rest
Okay, so
of
what
your
happened?
day and weekend.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Linus wasn't as surprised as he was. Guys, am I missing something? Maybe I didn't read the actual thread itself, right? Oh, I'm trying not to leak up my phone DMs. Fuck, man. Oh, I'm good. Okay. Well, let me just go take a look at it. Am I not allowed? To stop the speculation and DMs I'm receiving, I chose to quit my... To stop the speculation and DMs I'm receiving, I chose to quit my role at ADD because it and the work environment I was facing were ruining my mental health. Okay. Fair enough. The number of daily items the social media role at the time was expected was incredibly high. Okay. I was expecting to post 3 tweets, 2 Instagram posts, and 2 TikToks minimum per day. I was expected to plan, film, edit, and post 2 float playing exclusives per week. Guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck, chat. Guys, I'm gonna keep reading chat because otherwise I'm gonna get mauled. I am gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep going. This is including wrangling people to be in them when they were also starting to get the work done. That can be annoying. I agree with that. I also expected to manage, plan, come up with, execute, get approval for, and schedule out all the sponsored content on socials, including YouTube. That seems pretty fucking easy, actually. Okay, hold up. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sorry, guys, let me read it. Guys, I have a little bit of experience in the field, okay? Give me some fucking slack here, okay? Manage, plan, and come up with, execute, get approval for, and schedule out all sponsored content on socials. Chat, this looks hard, and it's worded in a way that sounds colossal. From my experience, that is like really fucking easy and short. Not trying to be rude, okay? Because sponsors on socials are super fucking simple. It's either a small video, a tweet with the correct hashtag ads, correct whatever. You have to send in through approval, and then the company goes back to you. Guys, when I do sponsor chit chat, I send it to the manager. They give me a baseline of what it should look like. I send it to them. They send it to the company. They send it back. I look at it. If there's something I need to fix, I send it back. They send it back to the company. Goes back to me. Comes back to me. Boom, done. And then I put a hashtag ad at the end. Send it. This is on socials chat. We're talking about like a Twitter post or Instagram post. Okay? This is not like oh my God, did you have to fucking build a house today? I'm not dumb. I know how that works. Okay, I've worked for companies before all the time. Jesus Christ. All being told not to complain with my job was the fun job. So far, I mean, sure, yeah, it's annoying. Yes, I guess I'm trying to play the devil's advocate. Okay, true. I cannot speak on what it's like now, but they have an entire team working on seemingly what I was expected to accomplish alone. They have an entire team working on seemingly what I was expected. Seemingly, I misspoke originally when I said I had signed NDA. I thought the employee handbook acted as one. I'm not a lawyer. Okay. Well, guys, I could be wrong, but I think that depending on when she left, the workload could have also increased with time, which is, of course, you're gonna allocate more manpower. Again, these are all possibilities and speculations, but then again, she also is speculating, correct? I misspoke originally when I said I had signed an NDA. I thought the employee handbook acted as one. I'm not a lawyer. Because I thought if you sign an NDA, you don't say you signed an NDA, right? Even in a case where you did sign one, I don't think you would have said you signed one. The employee handbook as one, I'm not a lawyer. Well, I mean, that's okay, fair enough. I never publicly made any statements regarding my time there because I feared even more backlash from a community that was already attacking, defaming, and sending me death threats. Also feared for my future in this career, given that LTT is large and has industry connections. Guys, I feel like, okay, hold up, chat. Guys, if they have an HR department, right, and there are internal problems, can you not voice the problems to HR and certain departments in the company, try to get things resolved? I think going public is usually like the in the corporate world when usually it's like you kind of go in order, and public is like when things don't work out. Read it. Okay. My time at this company brought my mental health at an all-time low. You could talk to anyone who was around me during my employment and they would confirm. I would not have recommended anyone I knew to work there. Especially with my experiences as a woman in the office, okay? I was consistently belittled by certain members of upper management. My work was called dog shit. I was called incompetent. When I would reach out to my managers to try to get help with these situations, I would be told to put on my big girl pants and be more assertive. Okay. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, guys, they're gonna check. Guys, I will never defend bad behavior. Straight up. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I won't do that. Not today. Not any day. I feel like a lot of the problems stated, usually in a big company, corporate environment, can be and are usually handled by a humans resources department, where you can make even anonymous feedback and claims, whatever, and things will be double checked and down the line resolved in the best way that they can. Reach out to managers, help with these situations. If your work is called dog and incompetent by people and you're being belittled, I feel like if you talk to HR about it, I mean, they will scold people that are doing it. HR sucks. You should know they're protect the company, not the employees. Yeah, I've worked in a big environment before. I worked at a big beer company before. HR, yeah, but regardless. Still though, I would, guys. Okay, guys, I'm trying to approach this the best way I can. Okay, in the most calm way possible. It is it's my understanding. It's a problem like this, right? And you go to HR, right? And HR fails you, and HR is being a bitch ass. If you say in a tweet that you went to HR and they fucked up and HR sucks, it's a much bigger hit than if you say you went to the managers for this and it didn't get any help. Because unless it's like a chain of command and it's up to the managers to go to the HR, let's just keep reading. A lot of people in chat that haven't worked at any company before, so it's kind of hard to really get through this, to be honest. Okay, let's keep going. It doesn't matter if you think I am or not stupid. This behavior is not appropriate. True. After enough complaints from me, I was pulled into a meeting. Gotcha. In that meeting, the writer's room was pointed to, and I was asked, do you think any of these people would have a hard time getting a job? Huh? Do you think any of these people would have a hard time getting a job? I said no. Keep in mind, this was about a month into working there. I was then pointed to and asked, what about you? I was scared. I remember asking, are you going to fire me? I was laughed at and told to stop being pessimistic, as if my job and ability hadn't just been vaguely threatened. Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't there in that convo. It seems like a pretty. Let's just keep going. I was then asked to agree to a verbal no drama contract. The verbal part is important. But what? What? Guys. Hold on, what did I say? What the fuck did I say? Guys, I wasn't there in that room. It's hard to draw a conclusion on how that goes, like, and the interpretation of it. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh, not me? Them? Oh, okay. Okay. In this moment, I realized I was no longer... Okay. I realized I was no longer considered part of the team. I was now a threat because I was putting up a fuss when I believed I was being treated unfairly and inappropriately. The verbal agreement wasn't right. It was behind the scenes warning with no record. Okay. A warning that came very shortly after I had come forward, saying I had been inappropriately... Oh my God! Multiple times in the office, amongst other... Jesus Christ! I was barred from being barred from being... When asked what happened, why wasn't she in more content? Jesus fucking Christ! Okay, that's incredibly serious. Jesus fuck. There is this perplexing fear that people will leave LTT to start their own thing if given a platform. There's this perplexing fear that people will leave LTT and start their own thing if given a platform. Chat, is there not like non-competes? Because I thought employment contracts in corporates like that would have non-competes and shit like that. No? Non-binding? Well, that's a disaster. I mean, that's completely inappropriate and should never happen, especially in a workplace. But of all, like, Jesus Christ. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Yeah, non-competes. In my opinion, there was a belief that everything you accomplish... Okay, so if that platform could threaten negative things coming out about your company or you, you'd probably want to squash it too. My experience there is a belief that everything you accomplish, no matter how much it is created by your own effort, is actually due to Linus giving you a platform. This was what I was told when I moved from Arizona to Vancouver to take this job. That's irrelevant. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. That's fucking irrelevant. Sorry about that. It's all relevant. That part is irrelevant. Why? Because I generally don't think that that opinion or that kind of feedback is relevant because people are wrong. If I hang out with Moxie, people say, "Yo, dude, Moxie, XQC made you be nothing without him." Okay, your comment is a comment that exists. It's wrong. It's stupid, and you are wrong. Therefore, it's fucking irrelevant that this comment exists. That is a flat out. Whether I see it, right? Okay. It was publicly announced by Linus that he was hiring without my knowledge or consent to that situation, and also before I was even offered the job or shown the salary, I agreed and signed the employment contract. What? After I was publicly announced by Linus that he was hiring me without my knowledge or consent to that situation, and also before I was even offered a job or shown a salary, I agreed and signed up on a contract. Okay, that seems like a problem. It seems like a lack of professionalism. Seems like a problem. Seems like jumping the gun. But at the same time, I don't believe that to be a major issue, but I'm gonna keep going. Guys, the reason why, guys, this happens pretty often in the social media world. Wait a minute, I can't read it. Guys, there's been, guys, in my life, even in esports, I've seen a lot of signings of players that were announced on social media that they were now transferred to a new team without having signed the player contract because they knew it was going to happen. This happens very commonly in at least some of my worlds. But I get it. It's not a good practice and it's unprofessional. Get it? What? What? I had asked and been told during my interviews I would be allowed to monetize my YouTube channel and be allowed to join Floatplane in exchange for shutting down my Patreon. Once I moved, I was presented with an entirely new contract handbook that I was not told existed. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a little bit just like this is bad practice overall. It detailed that I was given incorrect information and I would actually have to make changes to my plans if I wanted to continue and be employed at LTT. It was after I had moved my entire countries and given up my visa status, I couldn't just go back. Some corrections were made as apologies for the misunderstanding, but I was still upset. I later went to Linus about this and stated that the effort to remediate the situation wasn't sitting right with me. He told me perhaps I should change my priorities. Okay. What? Guys, today we're doing a reading session today, okay, chat? Okay. What? I'm reading. He was in this instance referring to the fact that my brother had suddenly passed away not even a week before I moved to this job, and that perhaps I should just ignore that I had been misled because that was more important. I cannot tell you how upset I felt in these moments. What? But, perhaps, okay. The opportunities that LTT presented me were nothing in comparison to the day-to-day issues I faced. The opportunities LTT presented to me were nothing in comparison to the day-to-day issues I faced. It did not matter if I spoke to someone with evidence of abuse of power or inappropriate workplace behavior. It was considered tattle-talling. Tattle-talling. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking read the fucking handbook for this one, boys. Tattle-talling. It's not even a Google thing, bruh. Tattle-tattling? Yo, man! Okay. A small child, or sometimes adult, that tells when others are doing something bad, much to the annoyance of everyone around them, often earn themselves unflattering titles. Okay. Okay. I was actually called a tattletale. I was told I was bossy when I was trying to be assertive, like I was asked to do. I was told I was arguing when I was trying to discuss my point of view. I was told to calm my tits and stop being such a bitch, and other comments of similar effect. Jesus. Well, that's not right. Yo, don't say base. This is not right. Guys, I will not speak to the effect, okay, of the things that people should hint at this, right? Guys, I'm trying to be as neutral as I can with this, okay? I'm being impartial, okay? Okay. I am trying to play not devil's advocate, I'm playing everybody's advocate at the same time, okay? Insults at the workplace should be a no-no, okay? Of course, there are ways to conduct yourself in a working environment and professionalism, and it should be a strong no to insults, right? Yes, these are I feel like are things that people say to anybody. Unfortunately, devil's advocate, I feel like these are things you will say to both male and females. Am I wrong about this or not? Am I wrong? Come your tits. I hear this all the time in my games of all my games. Okay. Guys, listen to me very carefully. This is super important, okay? If I tell you 50 insults, okay, and 1 or 2 of them have this wording in it, right? It can be sexism or it cannot be. It very much depends about a lot of factors. That's just how that works, chat. Okay? If I tell everybody all the time, you're a bitch ass, stop being a bitch ass, to mail, okay? I should not be insulting anybody. I should be scolded, and I should be reprimanded for being unprofessional and insulting people. But that doesn't automatically make me a sexist if I say the same wording to a woman. That's how I see the world, okay? That is how I see the world. If you don't agree, that's fine. If we don't agree, we don't agree, okay? So, that matters a lot. Why? I understand it's a professional setting. Don't insult, okay? But an insult, that's the word bitch in it, doesn't automatically mean that it is sexism, because it was hinted at earlier, okay? Please, fuck. Otherwise it's hard, man. Otherwise it's very difficult, like... Dude. Ugh, man. Guys, whatever, I'm gonna keep going, because this guy's too young and too fucking stupid. This guy's fucking brain dead. There were numerous instances of misinformation being given to me purposely and negatively impact my work. I only know this because my coworkers would tell me they overheard the actual information I should have been given. Wait, is it misinformation being given to me purposefully? Jesus Christ, I feel like a horrible teenage drama movie. Well, that is fucking disastrous. Well, that is fucked up, okay? Work from home was a whole issue. If you worked 3 minutes to answer a personal email, you could get into trouble. Happened to me. If you took 3 minutes to answer a personal email, you could get into trouble. Happened to me. There's a system of micromanaging a level of distrust because the amount of content they have to push daily is so insane. No one gets a break. Gotcha. It's bad. I remember getting told off for taking sick days as the days you're entitled to. Okay. There's no days off grind set that culminated in the real moment. I realized I had to leave. Guys, my stream is in a corporate, okay? It's not corporate. It's very different, okay? The says, imagine word for XQC. Bro, my employees, okay, are Jesse and whoever the fuck I'm playing with in the game. I squeeze the fuck out of them in the content sweatshop because I don't give a fuck, okay? Fuck them. They're in my sweatshop, okay? And that's how it is. I deal with it. Can we continue now? It's a completely different world. It doesn't fucking equate with one another. Be quiet. I purposefully cut my leg open so badly I would have to go to the ER to get it stapled back together. Jesus. Wait. I purposefully cut my leg open so badly I would have to go to the ER to get it stapled back together. What the fuck what the fuck is happening? It was genuinely the only way in my mind to take a day off without being harassed for a reason why. I had spoken to managers about how I was struggling and how the workload was too much for one person, but I was belittled but told you just have bad time management skills. What a twist. Well, that's disastrous. Okay. Guys, this is terrible. Guys, I don't want to diminish somebody's experience, okay? Because I don't want to be a rude guy, streamer, Andy, dumbass, okay? I am, and diminish your experience, okay? It just comes to my attention that I feel like there might be some other ways to go about this than a severe self-harm way like that, and I feel sad that they have to do this. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that they have to go through that. What, man? What? There are many instances that led up to that moment. Some of them I replied over and asking myself what I do wrong or if I can change the decision. But I don't think I could have, okay? I was not treated fairly, and in the moment, I couldn't even see that because I was told I was a problem by people I had looked up for years. I had coworkers come and say, I didn't like how you were treated. Glad you got out. And then I realized it wasn't me. And I haven't shared any besides my closest friends and family because I couldn't at the time. Take any more hits from my mental health. I couldn't deal with how small and worthless the job made me feel. I'll push out mediocre shit posts. I couldn't deal with how small and worthless the job had made me feel, all to push out some mediocre shit posts. What the fuck? Brother. What? I can read. What? I'm still scared shitless what the response will be. Since I am a woman and have already been called dramatic, I not stating what happened to me because I'm seeking clout. I'm stating it because it's been eating away at me for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. Oh my god. What? Chat is proving her right. Guys, it's very difficult because I don't know how this works in this work environment, dude. I don't know if they have courses like HR and shit like that. I haven't heard about HR once in this entire text. It's very difficult, dude. There are ways to handle problems at the company, okay? And I feel like if dude. There are generally amazing, compassionate, and incredible, intelligent people that work at the company driven to share the cool tech they love. It sucks that ego at the bottom of the line slowly destroying some of them and hurting the return of the company. I didn't ever want to say anything in fear of hurting those people and their employment, but at this point, I'm hurting myself by keeping this all in while being constantly bombarded with questions about LT and jokes made at my expense. You don't understand how HR really works in the real world? Oh, I mean, I have more experience probably than you. She did it to management multiple times. Management? HR's Linus' wife. Guys, if HR is Linus' wife, it's still HR. Automatically assuming that that's wrong, I think is bad, unless that's like something that doesn't happen in a lot of companies. Is that like a shunned upon thing? A conflict of interest, you think? True. Actually true, yeah. I just thought that in the this meeting, is that they said that HR was a third person, a third party. Guys, it is under my impression in this video that they had a third party external HR.
Is my birthday today? Can I get a welcome to the jungle XQCL?
Okay. HR exists to protect the company, not employees. Okay, dude. I don't want to go through this. If you haven't been in the workplace before and you haven't worked at companies, it's gonna be super hard for me to explain. That is somewhat true, and it's usually true if you can find a better option, and a lot of times better options in the real working world. I mean, what else than HR? If there's an external third-party HR, that's as good as it gets. That's literally as good as it gets. It's as good as, if you know it's bad, it's as good as it gets, unfortunately. And that's the real working world, man. Where's the rest of the tweets? I don't see it. Where? Me no see. That the click shit? Oh my god. I've been trying to ignore these comments, but don't understand the mental anguish and nights of trying, feeling like I did something wrong and ruined my life, and I have to go through. This was my dream job. It's my dream job, and they spoke like I was nothing. I can't express to you how this I felt. They seem to hire young people who don't know any better for roles, and then get away with this over and over again. Not again. I made that up. This wasn't just my dream job. It is a dream job. Okay. There's so many more stories or horrible things and show of ego that I witnessed while working there, but I just needed to get out of at least some what I experienced because it was been 2 years and every day I see people speculate is another day I'm forced to feel small. Sorry about that. Also, I meant to add that Glassdoor review was me. It was, at the time, the way I felt I could safely express anything that had happened. Since any time I previously tried, it would be crucified by fans sticking up to who they loved. Gotcha. The things said by Linus about talking to management and HR and promises about how things are handled internally were a gross misrepresentation of what actually goes on behind the doors. I remember he posted this in response to people speculating something wrong had happened to me. If you read it, it pretty much says, hey, no one has come out against us before.
Watch the stream for the last 3 months. Can you give me a quick TLDR on what's been happening?
Absolutely not. For obvious reasons, I won't be. There won't be an official statement. Private details are dealing with current former staff.
XQCL.
You can stop asking. Also, but no idea other arguments can prevent a Canadian from reporting workplace mistreatment, including not limited to harassment, discrimination, unlawful termination. They can post it publicly, submit a statement to the authorities, and they both could measure as long as it's true and it won't be defamatory. From ever accused of any crime or misdemeanor, including any violation of employment law, I'm sure you'll be able to read it all on Dick's. Sorry, guys. I only laughed because I made Dixoto. Chat, guys, I only laughed because I made Dixoto, okay? Their brand was literally talking about me for like 5 or 6, 7, 8 years, okay? They'd be nothing without me. I'm allowed my fair share of compensation for the whole brand, bitch! Fuck! Why me to check, pussy? Now then. Also, my dad was their biggest reader. And you guys, every fucking 5 or 6 days, I'd get a DM from my dad saying, yo, dude, are you okay? I've seen like you're losing your life out there, dude. Dixoto said it. I'm like, shut up, man. Shut up. Anyway. Continue to read this. Okay. The way I read this is a little bit like what she's saying. A little bit. At the same time, it seems like he's encouraging people to call their asses out if they do something bad. And I feel like if you ride the wave of this sentiment, and you do, I think you get a lot of backing from people that are going to take your side because you've been actively encouraged to do so. When I read this, I was fumbling with upset because what a dick thing to post when you were at least partially aware of the treatment your employee was getting from your higher ups. Wait. Did you know? When I read this fumbling, oh, sorry about that. I was asked about my sexual history. My boyfriend's sexual history. Jesus Christ! I was a situation where sexual tension, and I should just take the coworker out. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Yo! Okay, this got really heavy. Jesus Christ, man! What the fuck is happening over there? Ask to twerk for a coworker at one point. That is insane. Told I was chunky, fat, ugly, stupid. I was called. Guys, if you tell me chat, I see you guys up in chat. Don't make fun of this chat. You guys are telling me, and you say twerk, you're done. Do not, bitch ass. I will not twerk for you, you fucking bitch ass. I'm not gonna do the worm either. It's weird that Ethan asked me to do the worm, right? When we are co-workers at Twitch.tv. Anyway, I'm gonna hold that in for now, but I'll bring it up later. Yep. I was motherfucking told to do the worm. Okay. Yep. I'm sorry, chat, Becky, Josh, chat, guys, it's bad timing. I'm being fucking brain dead. My bad. I'm being fucking brain dead. Sorry for that. Okay. Because this is really serious, man. It actually is, though. I'm being fucking stupid. The day I handed my notice was when... No, this is okay. This is absolutely fucking cooked up. Okay? And I genuinely hope if this happened... I mean, she's a victim of like workplace harassment and a bunch of other shit. And I hope that other employees come out and back it up and materialize the claims that were made so that the proper people are held accountable for that shit. That shit is not alright. Okay. The day I handed my notice was when someone who constantly overstepped me, misled what I was working on, and who I was said to me, I think the reason you try to be funny is because you lack any other skills. Smiled and walked away. I quit 15 minutes later. Jesus Christ. Wait, what the fuck? Wait. As a social media manager, though, it's kind of your skills to be funny, though, no? This is just a stupid comment. Because if you handle social media posts, you have to be funny. You have to make funny jokes. So, by extension, like, the person who said this is just fucking stupid. Because that's literally why they were hired in the first place, or a big part of it. What a dumb comment. Guys, it's like if you have a show, and the first introduction is a guy making funny jokes, okay? And then you hire me, and then another employee says, yo, dude, you're only here because you're funny. Are you fucking dumb? Well, no shit. I'm the doing the funny jokes guy. Like, that's why I was hired. Well, it's so stupid. Anyway, okay. It hurts when people compare where I am now to where I was then because I had a bigger audience. Yeah, I made more money on Twitch, but I don't know if I wanted to even exist if the person I had looked up to could treat me and other people I respected like pawns. Wait, how the fuck was she able to keep up with the workload and stream at the same time? What? What? Am I done? Oh, it was before. I made more money on Twitch. I didn't know if I wanted. You just look it up to treat people like pawns. Yeah, okay. It sucks because that was what I had worked for years, and I tried to get noticed by this big company, and this cool guy respected it. Because of that, I was willing to get shit on for that job, yelled at, and degraded. Jesus Christ. I was also the one tasked with managing the OnlyFans account. Something said I didn't want to do. I had to read comments from people talking about how they wanted. Oh my God! Oh my Jesus fucking Christ! Yo! What the fuck? I saw people's D and V, and I said no. I was told, yo! I was told only a little longer. Let me just say it. Linus sex tips? Okay. This is fucking brain dead. What is all this chat? What the fuck? Okay. So one, guys, managing the OnlyFans account of who? And also, what is the content of said OnlyFans? And why are people saying weird ass fucking comments on a tech company's OnlyFans? They did an April's Fool tech only OF. It's a joke account. Okay. Chat, this is very, guys, this is a dynamic that would probably take like about an hour for me to really get a hold of and understand how that works. Because I'll be honest with you, chat, if the work being done isn't sexual by nature, right? And you're getting sexual comments, these people are all wrong and stupid and dumb, okay? So if the content on their OnlyFans isn't sexual by nature, like, dude, the internet is cruel, and they will make comments on any social media of comments of like that. Right? Because I'm trying my best, man. Dude, I don't think this is a bad take, dude. I think the internet is fucking brain dead. People will make stupid ass comments, right? And if there's nothing sexual about any of it, right? Sexual comments can appear on any social media platform. Okay. Hold on. Guys, what the fuck is that, man? Banging on the bathroom door. How could I forget that I had given her an extra all this time? Yo, what the fuck is lit? This is a serious segment. What is wrong with you? Oh my god, now to send a DM. Is this AI? Yo, okay, dude. I cannot believe I let that play for that long. I cannot believe I let it play for that long. I don't even know. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay.
Everyone knows the worst thing you can do if you're running an internet business is become overly reliant on a single platform. That's why, as much as I'm a YouTuber, I'm also on Twitter, Floatplane, Twitch, Facebook. Heck, my employees even convinced me to get TikTok. But you
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
From the box we just finished.
Oh my god, dude. I clicked too fast, yo. Why is he doing this? Oh! He has a full-on dildo, yo. Chat. Okay. So, they made an account. Okay. If you want to say that I'm just hopping on the bandwagon, that's fine. It doesn't take away the very... True, exactly. That's what I said earlier. That is true. That is true. Opportunism to strike doesn't mean that what is said is untrue. That will always remain true. It doesn't lose credibility, right? If done properly. Or that sharing these things, current events, would have gotten me persecuted for attacking the company. Most of you, until a few days ago, thought was perfect. Also forced me to have them as my representation if I wanted to make any sponsor for my Twitch, YouTube channel. Well, that's not alright. That is never okay, by the way. I hope you guys know this. That is actually never okay. You should never mix management and employment into one thing, ever. Anyway, this will force me, yeah. Originally, I had been told to make sure for non-compete issues. Okay, gotcha. Clearly, this meant I couldn't seek any companies to represent me to brand and sponsorships. Something important, make a living on Twitch and YouTube. Also, the deal wasn't doing this before me. They were just getting any traffic I gained for myself, make a deal, and take a cut. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most times you can negotiate that in your contract and say no. Because it's not illegal, it's not great, but if that happens, you can usually you have to be like, nah, I'm good, I'm not doing that. I had to do that. I had to do it multiple times before. Okay, usually got all the money back that they would have taken when I called out their calculation of the cut they should have been taking were being made before any sort of supply and reimbursed. Gone drunk with them before. It was brilliant. All right, chat. There's a lot. Chat. There's a lot there, chat. I think I kind of went through all of it, to be honest. Most of it. I think I'm gonna. Guys, I didn't know. I didn't know there was more. I thought there would be like 5 tweets. There's like 60. Yeah, I don't think it's my guys. A lot of these things after that aren't really my place to my piece of ability to edit with management. I can handle myself. Blah blah blah. I incident requested $50 notebook purchased my entire work company. I was upset. Responded. Bam. And then bam. There so many posts. Real. Imagine telling someone in 2021 that social media isn't a real job. Yeah, yo, that goes back to you, chat. If you guys don't agree, what, guys, don't tell me this is not a real job. Guys, this is the office, bitch. Yo, this is the office. I'm sure I remember mentioned in the thread 20 hours, but for now, please don't attack any individuals and any power of the company. Most of them are brilliant and powerless. Whoa. Okay, guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't like the way this is worded out at all. Please don't attack individuals who don't actually have power at the company, and most of them are blameless and powerless. What? Because it means like, oh yeah, if you think somebody has power, attack them. I don't think you should attack anybody. I think you should. What? Well, what? What do you mean? Attacking is don't attack people. What? There's a way to proceed. What? Guys, please don't attack individuals who don't have any power at the company. Most of them are blameless, okay? Want to take legal action? I had to just quit my job. I was scheduled at this company. Felt like I was worthless, and personally, I don't have millions of dollars to throw out in legal fees. I'm not gonna get there. Well, I left to announce a part of ways at the company on the WAN show, blah blah blah. I've heard that HR meetings recorded. Please note that all the allegations in that management heard as referred to as drama. Imagine how you feel trying to say that exact response would be given. Also, in that recording, you will also hear someone making inappropriate jokes. You will hear the situation being belittled. And you'll also hear that as an internal want directly to whoever's wrong and removing any sort of HR interference. Imagine someone calls you dog shit in response, you get a talk to the dude about it. Okay. Next week, next one. But it keeps happening and there's no record of it because you were instructed to go talk to them, not HR, who also just happened to be an owner. That is a conflict of interest. I know the words in the corporate world. That seems like it's a conflict of interest. That seems like a problem. I would have liked to see a paper trail, maybe perhaps, of attempting that and see where it went, if it didn't work or if it worked or not. That'd be something, guys. This would be a smoking gun in a lot of arguments, or in this situation when there's actual wrongdoing. If you try something with HR, well, even though there's a conflict of interest, you try your best and it doesn't work out. I mean, that creates a smoking gun paper trail that will fuck them up in the end in many ways. And it sucks that I'm not blaming her for not having it. It sucks, but that would have been insane to have on hand. Anyway, now to hear that these allegations are not shocked. It also happened. You're shocked that someone said something. You're probably shocked because evidence most of these issues are scarce and would anyone risk the image to get? Okay. Whew. X acting like he's worked through many corporate struggles, struggle red jobs. I've had 3 corporate jobs before. Janitor does count in one of the most effective ways you could think about. What is wrong with you? Bro, janitor is one of the most... Bro, what the fuck? You have superiors, people talking with you, you go everywhere in the workplace and a lot of the places. Dude, like... What are you talking about that? Janitor is very... What is it? This is just so fucking dumb.